Hello Internet, hello and welcome to the Dota 2 patch note video for the 1st of July 2013. Today's patch will cover a few balance changes, big changes to the tutorial, a few new skins, a new lion head, and we finally know what the Acronius is. Added on top of all that, we finally got a change to the mute system, implemented more lenient algorithm for communication bans that takes into account how many games are played. Reset communication ban lengths if a player has not been banned in 2 weeks, and reset all existing communication bans as part of the recent algorithm changes. Now let me just say this much, I was not affected by this issue, simply because I don't get reported, because I don't behave in such a way that I will ever get reported. However, I do know that a lot of people have been negatively affected by the old system, and because of that I'm quite glad that they changed it. But I still don't think this is an optimal system. I think the optimal system would be make the reports very long and tedious to fill out, so you don't just click one button and report somebody. It's too short, it's too convenient, and sometimes rage just takes over, you can't do anything about it. However, if you see a long sheet of paper in front of you, like, oh no, don't really want to do that, can't be bothered. You will only fill it out whenever you truly feel like it is necessary, and then have actual players, actual people check those reports. But then again, that would require a lot of manpower. So yeah, next up are the balance changes. The purpose of most of these changes seems to be to just slow down the early game potential of some of these very strong, very popular heroes. I won't comment any further on this, simply because I don't believe to be good enough to comment on balance. We are starting with a change to Alchemist. His chemical rage bonus HP has been reduced from 300, 600, and 900 to 250, 500, and 750. The Bat Rider's Flame Break cooldown has been increased from 11 to 14, the Gyrocopter's attack range has been reduced by 10 from 375 to 365, the Io's Tether movement bonus decreased from 20% to 17%, the Lifesteal Rage cooldown increased from 15 to 17 seconds, the Treant Protector's Living Armor damage block instances from 7 to 4, 5, 6, and 7, which, thank you so much. I know I'm just a pub player, but that ability was still annoying. And last but not least, a change to Captain's mode, where Team 2 now bans second instead of first in ban phase number 2. Everything else is still the same. As I mentioned earlier on, the tutorial was also updated. We got a few new tutorial levels. Now the first one has already been in the game for a while, but I'm gonna tell you what it does or what it teaches you anyways. It is about moving your heroes, leveling your heroes, using abilities, items, and basic combat, and last hitting. Then the second tutorial is a Sniper vs Tidehunter mission, which introduces range combat, AoE, minimap, towers, courier stash, and TP scrolls. Once you have played the first two tutorials, you will be given the option of watching a short little, I guess, cutscene, which teaches you the Dota map layout, the bases, tower, barracks, lanes, Roshan shopkeepers, and runes. After you have watched that cutscene, you will be able to play a one-on-one mid matchup where you play a sniper versus an enemy Axe. Once you have done that, you will be introduced to the next stage of training, which is you have to win 10 1v1 matchups against a bot with a limited pool of only 20 heroes. Once you have done that, you will be asked to play 5 full regular matches against bots, but yet again with that limited selection of heroes. And once you are done with that, we enter the final stage of training, which is 10 matches against players that are also finishing the tutorial with the same mission progress as you, and yet again with only the limited hero pool of 20 heroes. During the tutorial will reward you with Acronius pages and possible sniper items. In case you're curious, on the screen is that limited hero pool. And we finally know what the Acronius is. Turns out my guess was completely off. It is a simple lore book. As you progress through Dota, I don't necessarily know how, I guess the tutorial is part of it, not sure what else. You will be given Acronius pages, which include the Dota lore, and since I just felt like it, I decided to read some to you. When the world was still a cooling blob, it captured an eerie companion. A glowing crystalline sphere that came to be known in lore as the Mad Moon. The small orb was full of violent radiance, a visual reminder of conflict in the heavens, bright enough to compete with the sun of daylight. But the Mad Moon was no inert rock. It was more truly a prison in which 2 warring ancient intelligences had been captured and flung into exile aeons before, once the vast primordials that underlay creation had tired of their endless strife. The punishment for these ancients was to be locked together in one form, forever falling through infinity. And thus it went until our unfortunate world captured that wanderer. We also got some updates for Lion. He now has got a new head. I'm sure you have seen it already, so it's been all over the place for some godforsaken reason. But here you go, that's what it looks like. Kind of angry, I don't know. I personally don't like it. I really dislike it, actually. Sniper is even more angry. I don't know. What are they doing to you, poor Sniper? And we got some more team pennants, which will be available in the store this week. In case you are into that, I myself am not, but I'm not gonna judge ya. If you are, I'm not here to judge people. We also had some interface changes. Learn has been renamed into Library, and quests have been renamed into Training. Also, you will now see if you've got any pending guild requests. Some of the player cards got new pictures. Hello Norte, how are you? Looking good. Ah, yeah. And then we also got a new sword for Juggernaut! And a new, completely ridiculous set for Night Stalker. Please ignore my neighbor, but Night Stalker just looks awful. I'm sorry, I dislike that set immensely, and I'm not the only one. It's just terrible. A new Hood of Defiance skin, or I guess item for Patch, and a new courier, which, oh, that's cute. I like that one. He's just a cat, and if he like upgrades, he is suddenly a flying cat that gets carried, not really flying, I guess. Anyways, I'm gonna have to finish since my neighbor decided to be an asshole again. Sorry about that. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a rating on the video. I would definitely appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I upload daily Dota 2 content, and well, see you tomorrow. Bye. Beyond the reach of Southward's end, where summer's warmth dares not to roam, song tells of ancient treasure lost, worth more than titles, land and home. At night skies streak and ribbons glow, chill ocean's maze of jagged frost, wild winds betray the best of man, where boldest captains fear to cross. Within this sets a hidden coast, unknown to either map or man, where once there died a sea-born fiend, meshed up along its sandy span. Inside this corpse, the legends claim, a gem lay hid away from sight, and who dares hold this stone unique shall see all hidden forms of fright. From whence the single frigate sailed, no soul still lives to dare recall. Brave voyage launched into the cold, afraid of neither gale nor squall. To sulphur ice and wind they forged, the dauntless crew did plot their track. In time the fields of floe and berg gave glimpse of land to all on deck. Upon an Arctic shore they spied frost-touched remains of monster vast. Old marks from briny wars they saw, and ice-locked teeth to dwarf their mast. On darkened beach was set a host to excavate this mortal coil. Their picks and tools they lifted high, then dug into their grisly toil. For days on days they hacked and crawled, as stained was beach in ancient gore. Through rip and tissue deep they delved, and wrought their path toward monsters' core. From humid depths came glowing dim, strange spectral light of emerald hue. Great gem matched size with Finder's fist, one crew rejoiced, old songs proved true. Returned to deck with treasure held, as one all crew did choke their breath. For rinsed they were by rafts of yore, ghost ships long sunk and those past death. For hidden from the common eye are ones who drift when lifeblood fails. Bright gem grants truth to sight they learned, then set with right to racing sails. Yet ghastly shades no harm intent, but warning man was heirs still drawn. To bring sight stone on waters white would raise the wrath of deep Mairon. A day and 12 on ocean waves, past laden anxious crews retreat, when came long shadows to their wake, Lord Melros's servant come to eat. By haste and lucky breeze they sped, for dawns the scourge kept far at bay, until a wisp of earth drew far, when fickle fortune's winds betrayed. As bees drew under ship to strike, rowboats were filled with men and loot, then loosened their heavy chain and weight to crash ship's anchor on sea's brute. Then there gleamed port as sea beasts scaled, while tendril fury came aboard. In frenzied panic, 3 boats fled, the ship entangled, kraken roared. Through 3 thick feelers twist and squeeze, wood hull made vent to frozen surge. As half ship sank, depth's master called, the gem still moved in near shore's verge. In rushed pursuit the kraken swam, to overtake first boat of 3. When drowned men froze and wreckage sank, did hunter learn its charge stayed free. As second crew in horror rolled, slick grasping fingers closed around. Yet once again gem was not there, and third boat's band set foot aground. So terrified of Melron's rage, did thrashing scourge set out anew, then beached itself upon the surf, as kraken flailed, its foe withdrew. Of fated crews, last port and call, no grey account still deigns to say. Some firm belief they made toward home, though others tell of hangman's sway. Of gem and title, deep God's hunt, vain quest goes on without reward. Its servant blindly come to shore, to kill and raise, be put to sword. For no frail creature of the depths, no spirit bound in drownings keep, nor Melron the tentacular, shall rest till cease gem comes to sleep.